Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the ITV Math show. Before the break, we broke away with a question. We're busy doing sequences and series for grade 12s. Now, we broke away with this question where I gave you guys 3 minutes during the ad break to try and crack it, grade 12s. In an arithmetic sequence, the 5th term is 4 and the 11th term is 100. Find the sequence. Now, it's arithmetic, so we know we need A and D. Which are the two alphabets that we need? We require A to get our first term, and we require D, our common difference. Because once we get A and we got our common difference, my first term plus my common difference will be my second term. My second term plus my common difference will be my third term, plus my common difference will be my fourth term, fifth, sixth, going on to infinity. They want you to find that sequence. Right. Now, what I want you now just to put down your pens and listen. Listen very carefully to what I'm telling you. Look at what's given. This is type 1. Let's call it type 1. Now, how do we identify type 1, boys and girls? Type 1 we identify it when when two random terms are given. Right? Can you see? The 5th term is given and the 11th term is given. So when the 5th term and the 11th term, the 6th term and the 80th term, the 200th term and the 10,000th term, makes no difference. Whenever two random terms are given, so write down the rule. This is a rule that you will never get in schools. So take down this rule. Whenever two random terms are given, whenever random terms, so here's the rule. Whenever for type 1, this is the rule for type 1, because whenever two random terms are given, if it's arithmetic, right, whether it's arithmetic or whether it's geometric, we always use simultaneous equations. There we go. The rule. It's one simple basic rule. You need simultaneous. You need two separate equations. You got a random term, equation number 1. You got another random term, equation number 2. Work simultaneously, equation 1 and 2, solve for A and D. So let's start. We're now solving for A and D. Right. The 5th term, T5. What did we say from our mind map? T5 in arithmetic is known as A plus 4D. So A plus 4D is equal to, term 5 is A plus 4D. Remember we said term 10 was A plus 9D. Term 5, A plus 4D is 4. And now they tell you term 11, what do you think term 11 is called? If term 5 is A plus 4D, what do you think term 11 is called? A plus 10D. A plus 10D is equal to how much? 100. That's equation number 1. That's equation number 2. Now you can do it by substitution or you can do it by elimination. I'm going to say equation 2 minus equation number 1. Equation 2 minus equation number 1. So A minus A will give me 0. 10D minus 4D, 6D is equal to 100 minus 4, 96. Divide by 6, divide by 6. D is equal to 16. Right? Now we got now D is equal to 16. Take the 16, put it into any equation. Let's put it into the first equation. A plus 4 into 16 is equal to 4. A plus 16 times 4 is 64 is equal to 4. A is equal to 4 minus 64. A is equal to negative 60. So there we go. We got A, we've got A, and we've got D. Now that we got A and we got D, what was the question? Find the sequence. So if A is minus 60, so you got minus 60. Now you've got plus 16, right? Remember, your first term plus your common difference. So minus 60 plus 16, minus 44. Minus 44 plus 16, minus 28. You just need to put your first 3 terms and that's fine. And there we go. That's your sequence. You'll get yourself 8 marks for this. 6 to 8 marks, boys and girls, on finding the sequence. Now they can ask you, find, say that this was the question number 1. Find the sequence, question number 1. And now they can also say question number 2, find the 30th term. Okay, let's answer question number 2. This was the answer to question number 1. Okay, this is the answer to question number 1. Let's answer question number 2 on the side here. Question number 2, we've got minus 60, we've got minus 44, we've got negative 28. We now need to find T and the general, they want the 30th term. In fact, the 30th term is known as A plus 29D. Yes or no? T30 is known as a plus 29d. What's your first term? Minus 60 plus 29 into your common difference. Your common difference was 16. So what do we have? Minus 60 plus 29 times 16, negative 60 plus 29 into 16, close brackets, equals 404. And there we go, boys and girls. That's the answer to question number 2. This was type number 1, where we had two random terms. A random term and a random term, we had simultaneous equations. Okay, let's now go into type 2, right? Now you have seen this in the exam. Let's see what type 2 looks like.